Hi, Stacy here with Bluebird Paper and Thread and Bluebird Needlework. Welcome. Today is Saturday, April 4th. April 4th. And tomorrow's Easter, so happy Easter, because I know at the end of the video I will forget to say that. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My channel is on my hobbies. Right now that's primarily cross-stitching, the little bit of sewing thrown in, a tiny little bit of quilting, and I also enjoy paper crafting. I like to make greeting cards, gift tags, gift card holders, treat boxes, that kind of thing. I've recently opened up a needlework shop. Most of you, I think, know that. If you're new, you may not. My needlework shop is bluebirdneedlework.com, and it's an online store, and it is going really great. I have been spending the last couple of weeks ordering. I check daily for market releases, and as soon as I see them on the distributor's website, or as soon as I can get an account with the designer, I order them. So they're coming in. I'm still waiting for 3. Cactus Caravan, Freedom Flock, and Garden Beauty, I think, are the 3 that I'm waiting for. Have not been able to order them yet, but like I said, I'm checking. So that's happened. That's been happening. This week I have also received parts of market orders. So if I've been able to fill your order completely, I mail it out right away. If you haven't received your order yet from the grand opening, it's coming. I thank you for your patience. This is not how I intend on running the business, but you know, if you order online, you know that sometimes there's delays. What are you gonna do? I have some new things that I want to show you for the store. Before we get too far into that, though, there was a comment about this fabric that I picked up a couple weeks ago through Fat Quarter Shop. Darling fabric. And they couldn't find the SKU number. So I went online to find it, and it is out of stock. And I think it's out of stock and gone forever, or at least for a very long time, because usually when something is out of stock, if they can get it again, it'll say notify me, and you click on notify me and it will record your email address, and then you'll get an email when it comes back in stock. There was not that option. So I'm so sorry, whoever you are. First of all, that it took me a while to get back to you. And that second of all, that they are out of stock. And I'm thinking it kind of went out of stock quickly, if you were not able to find it when you looked. So yeah, there's that. Kind of a bummer. And I've noticed that's what happens with fabrics. You find something, you fall in love with it, you go to buy more, or you go to buy it and it's gone. Never to be reprinted again. You might want to, I will, okay, this is 30s collection by Atsuko Matsuyama, printed in Japan. But here is the name of the line, and there is a website. So maybe, I have not looked it up myself. I just saw that as I was, sitting here. Maybe if you go directly to her website, you will be able to find it. I will also drop this into the comments section below, so that it's there as well. And if I ever say that I'm going to do that and then I don't, please just shoot me a quick message or an email, or a comment like, hey, can you drop blah blah blah, and I'll be happy to do that. Sometimes I forget. So okay, so the shop this week, quite a few new charts have come in. I have been reaching out and connecting with designers and establishing accounts and doing some ordering. So new stuff will probably continue to come in over the next few weeks. And so I'm excited about that. I want to show you, I have a basket full of stuff that I want to show you just of what's new in the shop. I have hoop huggers. It's a package of 4, but there's 2 per color. And what this does is you roll up your extra fabric that hangs off the side of the hoop, and you can wrap this around the hoop and wrap it around the hoop and the fabric, and it keeps it in place. So I used this, and I think it only popped off once, and I'm not 100% sure I didn't hit it with my finger. So, or maybe the cat bumped it or something, but I like them so far. So I have some of these. I have these darling heart-shaped embroidery scissors. And then I picked up these embroidery scissors, and they're like a microfine tip. And I've been using a pair, and I really do like them. With your bigger stitches, like a 14 count to maybe a 32 count, the tip will get under the stitch really easily, but not so much for like a 36 or a 40. It's a little tougher, but they're sharp. They're a good solid scissor. This one, it's got some heft to it, but this one really is solid. It feels good in the hand. So I have some of these. And then I picked up some snag nabbits. So you take the needle part of the tool and you go through your stitching, and it grabs any of the snagged threads and pulls them to the back side. So I picked up some of those. Okay, charts. I have the 2026 Prairie Schooler Santa. I really like this one. I remember stitching these way back. Sweater Weather Summer Sunflower by Robin Pickens. Super cute. It's so sunshiny. I just love it. Berry Basket by Primrose Cottage. Beach Quaker by Primrose Cottage. I had a new start this week, and this is it. Sea, Sand, and Stitching. Also darling. Beach Rules. I don't normally do the rules charts because they're very long and narrow and space is at a premium. But on this one, they did a sample with it all in one like this, but they also did where they broke off each band and did a separate pillow, and I loved it. So I picked up a copy for me too, and I think I'm going to pick out a couple of them and stitch them up as individual pillows or individual things. Stitching Quilt. Stitching Quaker. Robin's Easter. Easter Bunny. And Springtime Stroll. Now, some of these I know you've probably seen before. You may even have them. If you don't, I have them now. From Heartstring Samplery, His Eye on the Sparrow. I believe this is the companion piece to Consider the Lilies. And it's beautiful. Mirror image on both sides, it looks like. Lots of different animals. Just beautiful. And then here's one that I have not seen or heard very many people talk about. And every time I see it, I'm like, oh, that's so pretty. It's Liberty and Union by Annie B's Folk Art. I love everything about this one. I love the big white house. I know I'm not going to love stitching it, but I love the big white house. I love the apple trees. I love the eagle at the top, the alphabet. I mean, it's so pretty. This one is stitched on a 36 count Winter Brew by R&R Reproductions. The stitch count is 146 over 189. And you only need 2 skeins, 1 skein of everything, but 2 skeins of 38.65 because of that house. This is another one that kind of surprised me. Butterflies, Flowers, and Letters sampler by Twin Peaks. The colors are really pretty on this one. If you like the pinks and the blues, and it looks like a gold, and you like butterflies, this might be the one for you. All DMCs. 221, 224, 225, 729, 739, 930, 931, 932, 3721, 3722. So just really pretty, pretty colors. I think it's just gorgeous. I have We Are Blessed. I don't have the other one that she released with just the eagle. I will have to order that the next time I order from her. This one, I feel like this has not been around very long. I mean, it's a 2023 copyright. But I like the simplicity of it. I like the house, the bird on the house, the birds flying over the tree. It's just a sweet sampler. And then, of course, her Naughty or Nice stocking. Humble Cottage. Folk Art Garden. I love the colors and how they pop on this one. Oh, and I'm just noticing the bees. Pretty. Egg Collector. This was a Patreon chart last year or the year before. I am stitching it. It's so cute. And I think this year she released it as a wool felt kit as well, or pattern. And then Dwelling Place. I have more, but these are just the ones that I pulled out that are my favorites. I love that lawn. She's got turkeys, a fox, sheep, deer. Really pretty. Okay, and then Plum Street, I have the A Worthy Patriot. This could be done in a band. You could stitch this by itself, that by itself, that as a band, or even a drum. That would be pretty. This could be by itself, so there's a lot of options. Always remember poppies and the eagles. Eagles. We have Jackie and Shadow, the Big Bear Valley eagles, and their first eaglet hatched yesterday or overnight or early this morning. So its little head is sticking up out of its egg. It's so cute. Friends of Big Bear, I think, is the YouTube channel. Okay, summer delivery. I pulled this out because summer is quickly approaching, but I wanted to show my sample of it. So I stitched this a few years ago, and I framed it. And so I love it. Every time I look at it, it makes me happy. The horse, it is a little ghosty, so I did take a single strand and I outlined the horse just so there was a little bit of shadow there, and it really, really helped. It looks a little washed out. There we go. That's a little better. So it hangs out up here. No glass on this one. I may or may not regret that. I don't know. So yeah, I have summer delivery. And then I love these because these are so little. Strength and Laughter. You could leave the words on, or you could take the words off. Either way, it would be darling. Pledge of Allegiance. What is this one stitched on? 36 count eucalyptus. And then Happy Day. With, you know, the bunny. Oh, look, and you have two different, oops. Oh, no. One moment. You have two more color options. I don't know which one I like better. I think the bunny shows up better on these. And then Happy Birthday USA. Cute little pillows, easy to stitch. And George Loves Martha. I have more in the shop. These are just a few that I pulled before I came out here to do the video. So if you need a new chart, or the next time you want to place an order, I would love and appreciate if you would take a gander at what I've got. Okay. I have a new start. No finishes. I have a finish? No. I have a new start. I worked on my Friday focus piece, my Saturday stitch, which is a new, I mean, it's not a new stitch, but it's a new thing that I'm doing, and my Sunday sampler. And so I'm really excited about that. And then I pulled out a bunch of spring stuff. But my start, I have in the project bag that I made with a charm that I made. In fact, let's talk about this for a second. This was one of the very first ones that I did, and it's on a gold toned jump rings, but then some of them have silver. Does that bother you, mixing metals? Or, you know, would you prefer it to all be silver or all be gold or rose gold? I can't decide. But I love this one. It's chunky, it makes noise. I just love it. Okay. And in there, I started Beach Quaker because I love her Quaker series. I'm stitching this on 36 count raw Edinburgh linen. And that's my start. So I'm excited to see this come together. I measured twice. I know this looks like a tiny piece of fabric, but I measured twice. And hopefully I did it correctly. Because it was a scrap that I used. My Friday focus, very close to a finish. I don't know, it depends on how much stitching time I get next weekend. But Spring Quaker, also by Primrose Cottage. I have both of these in stock, charts. Probably have some kind of a linen you could choose to, and I may have these flosses, but I've got the dropsies today apparently. I am stitching this on the called for, which I believe is a 28 count mushroom Lugana. Yes. So it's working up a tiny bit bigger than what I really like. Crocus, Classic Colorworks Blooming Crocus is the floss. So it's a really pretty variegated purple. So I finished the bird up here, worked on this motif, worked on this branch, and the motif coming down here. So there's, I think, 3 houses here. And then there's this, oh, this is the next motif that fills this area. And then all I have to do are the bird legs and the butterfly antenna, and it will be done. So it's possible it could be a finish next week. If not next week, definitely the week after. And I love the color combination. I did buy the kit from Primrose Cottage when it came out. So it's got a finishing fabric, the trim, a wool scrap for the back. Speaking of trim, I have Lady Dot Creates in my store as well. I have chenille. I don't have every color, but I have a lot. I have the chenille, the pom-pom trim, the rickrack, and a few colors of the velveteen. Eventually I will have all of it, but and a one color of lace. I think I have Wading Pool in the lace. But I wanted to start with the things that I know that we all use the most, which is like the velveteen and the rickrack, pom-pom, and chenille. So yeah, I have an inventory on that too. Okay. My Saturday stitch is a project for my husband. It's Star Wars. It's a chart I found on Etsy. and it's massive. So much black, but it's not all black. You'd think that it's mostly blacks and grays. No, because that's a color chart. That's how I printed it in color. These are all the different colors. So yeah, you have your black and your dark grays, but you also have a dark green, 2 dark blues, lighter shades of gray, beige, like a mauve purple, tans. Just an interesting color palette. This is giant. I will insert a picture of where I was at before I started working on this on Saturday. I do plan on picking it up again. I am about halfway through with the 3rd page. I started on the 3rd page because I wanted to start in the middle, and I'm hoping and praying that my fabric is long enough, that I started it high enough on the fabric. Otherwise, I will be devastated. But this is where I'm at. And I forget because I didn't stitch on it last week because I was at retreat, but I can't remember where I'm at, but I'm over the 2% mark now. It's about 2,400 stitches, I think. And how can that be 2,400 stitches? I don't understand. The goal is to finish 3, move on to 2 and 1, and then come back over and do 4. But there's some cool X-Wing fighters over here. I think I want to stitch just to do something fun, because this is a lot of black with a little bit of navy thrown in and a little bit of dark green thrown in. So I may want to do something fun. And then right down in through here, I think, is the TIE fighter. So I'm very close to that. You start that on this page as well. So I want to stitch on this most Saturdays because I really want to move it along. I want to finish it before I die. And I think it's going to be really cool. So that's why I've decided to dedicate a day of the week to it. Sunday sampler. If you're new here, my Friday focus and my Sunday sampler are kind of the same thing, but one is just whatever piece I want, and the other one is samplers. What I do is I pick a piece that's at least 50% done, and I focus on that every Friday or every Sunday until I get it finished. I have so many whips, and I'm tired of them just sitting around, and this has been very helpful to get them across the finish line. And I feel really good about the progress that I made on A Simple Life. This is A Simple Life by Teresa Koga. Let me show you the chart. This was a stitch along in 2023 through her Patreon, tier 4. And of course, I got to the house and I lost steam because I love a house. I don't like stitching them. But here's where I'm at. So I am now off of this page. It was kind of, the page ending was right here. So I'm on to the next page, almost ready to move on to another page. So I brought the water over. I added another duck. I added these 2 birds. They're almost done. And then this is the tip of the foxtail. So there's a little fox running. I am stitching this on 40 count overcast linen by Cedar River, and this is the called for, and I'm using the called for flosses. So it's coming along. It's going to take me a while, I think a couple months at least, to finish it, especially if I'm only stitching it on a Sunday. but I think it's really pretty. Okay. I was in a little bit of a spring mood this week, so I pulled out this Bees Got Knees. I think I have this chart. I have Simple Life in stock in my store, and I think I also have this Bees Got Knees. I am stitching mine on a darker fabric though. A 32 count Sleepy Hollow linen by Live and Dye LA. And these are the colors. 2 strands of floss over 2 linen threads. And here is where I'm at. I had to change a color, so the black, if you use a lighter color, it's a dark gray, but the gray matches this too much. So I added the black in up here and over here. I brought this up. I started filling in the leaves, and I worked on this right here. I don't know if you can hear it, but there are squirrels and they are yelling at each other. I do plan on finishing it like this. I think it's super cute. I do think I'm going to try my hand at cross-stitching the pins. I bought the stuff to do it. I might as well do it. So that was fun to pull out. I pulled out Ladybug Picnic. And the dog is barking. I don't know why the dog is barking. Using the called for flosses. Kind of get tangled. And I'm stitching it on the called for linen, which is a 32 count pomegranate by Fabrics by Stephanie. And I ran out of time, but not thread. So really what I worked on was the red. It's going to be so cute. I really love it. And this fabric is perfection. Such a pretty fabric. Okay. This could actually move to a Friday focus because it's more than halfway done. When I am done, of course, with Springtime Quaker. Bloomin' Bunnies Trio. I have this one in stock as well, this chart. Really, really cute. Now the called for fabric on this one is Regency Linen by Picture This Plus. I am stitching mine on a blue 40 count. It says SQ Mercedes. I don't really know what that means, but it's also by Picture This Plus. And here we are. So I pretty much just finished bringing that up, the flowers. On camera, the flowers get a little lost, but in person, you can see them much better. it's been one of those days. Can I just say? Okay. So I think I'm feeling all of the spring stitching. I say as I pull out my birthday stitch from this past year, Let It Snow by Brenda Gervais. I want to get this done. My birthday's in August. I'd like to have this completely finished and fully finished by then. And so I finished the inside of the cloche. I added the beads, I added the snowflakes, and I started working on the lettering down here. I am stitching mine on a 40 count linen Snow Flurries by Live and Die LA. So it's real pretty. It's got like purples and grays and tans. It's real pretty. Remember what this one was. I have been walking by, and in one of my baskets I can see this one, and I thought I need to pull it out. It's a floral motif sampler by Scarlet House. I am doing the silk conversion by The Attic. My husband asked me, like, I want to get you one more thing for Christmas a couple years ago. What can I get you? I had already purchased the chart when we were on vacation that year. And I said, how about kitting up with the fabric and the silk conversion for this chart? He's like, sure. So I called The Attic and I just said, I have the chart, pick a fabric. I want 40 count and I'd like the silk conversion. And she did it. And I love it. So this is Sampler Gold, 40 count Sampler Gold. Sampler Gold is by Color and Cotton. It's so pretty. So I brought the border up and I finished that motif there. Oh, and I added the center to that one. It's going to be beautiful when it's done. And the silks, this is the first project I've ever picked with silks. And I love them so much. They're beautiful. Oh, and there's two here that fell off because of, they just did. So, yeah, so I worked on this one too. Okay, so I guess that's a lot of stitching. And I got some haul. I picked up this from Mel's Crazy Craft Corner on Etsy. I think I saw it on an Instagram post by Primrose. So I will link her information below so that if you are interested in purchasing, you can go to her website and purchase it. Very reasonable, I think. It was $14 shipped to California, and she is in, I don't know where she's in. New York. For those of you that don't know, my son is a Marine. He's in the reserves, so he has not been deployed at this point. But he's been doing some training that makes me go, But for right now, we're good. He's not deployed to the Middle East, and hopefully it will stay that way. Brenda Gervais, I picked up One Flag, One Land. And I also grabbed from Chantel's 141 the finishing piece. And I love the way that it's finished. I love that blue. It's navy blue by Deco Art and oyster beige. Folk Art, navy blue, Deco Art, oyster beige. And then a wax polish in black bison to kind of finish it off. It's real pretty. So I'm excited to have that. Oh, I love the Quaker snippets. I think I'm going to try to kit this one up tomorrow. Hopefully I have everything. I don't know that I do. I wonder where I can get my supplies. Oh, with needle and thread. Oh, cute. Do you see the scissors and the tomato at the top and the two girls? Oh, so cute. And then, of course, patriotic pears. ABC 123 sampler. It's cute. Amazing Grace. Cherry on top. Cute, cute little Easter bunny. Home on Quaker Lane. I love that this one's monochromatic and it's on a red fabric. Red cedar linen. A 36 count. I have red cedar linen. I don't recall the color, but it might be a 36. It could also be a 32. The model is stitched with Alvera silk, but DMC ecru would be a good substitute, or probably grits would show up, or bamboo. Where love grows. I love the birds in the trees. It's so cute. One spring day. The bunny and Nicole. Look at her feet. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Then I also got my Sweetwater labels. I belong to one of her clubs. And so, let's do it this way. So these came. Okay, that's it. It's been kind of a long video. I'm sorry. A little bit longer than what I aim for. Okay. This next week, I don't think I have anything going on in the evenings. So I think I'm good there. I have to go to the doctor. My levels are not where they should be, so I'm going to have to make some lifestyle changes. So, I don't know what that's going to do to my stitching time. But my health needs to come first. I want to live a long time. So I will have to be making some changes here. And I'm happy to do it. I mean, I've done it before. I can do it again. It'll all be okay. But I might not get my morning stitching time in. So we'll see how that all goes. But I go to the doctor. So I'm leaving work early. I did a mid-afternoon appointment, and it's, by the time I get done, it'll be too close to the end of the day. I won't go back. So I will come home and hopefully get a jump on some stitching. And yeah, I think that's it. I should be able to move forward. I've got a lot of new things to start. I do want to start. I really, look at her. Look at the bee on her bum. Oh, so cute. So I do want to start some of these, because I don't have enough in the works as it is. But I think it would be fun to start a new, that Quaker Snippets and a new Easter one. And I should be back, next week. Just fine. I don't think there's anything going on. Okay. Have a great Easter. I know I said it earlier in the video. I'm saying it again. Have a great Easter tomorrow. We're doing just whoever from the family can come. We're just doing something very simple here. No hoopla. I'm not doing any festivities. I don't have the bandwidth for that this year, but we are going to have family over for dinner, so that'll be fun. I should still be able to get some stitching in, so I'm happy about that. And yeah, it should be very low key. I'm kind of excited about it. If you have not done so already, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Be sure to share the video, like the video, comment on the video. I do love the comments. I do read the comments. I do try to respond to all of the comments. And I do appreciate, they make my day, honestly. I read them and it makes me smile. If you have a moment, go onto bluebirdneedlework.com and check it out. I would love to be on your list of needlework shops that you peruse from time to time. Yeah, keep your eyes open for new things. I've got some ideas of things to be coming, that will come in the future, and I'm going to be making a few little swaps out on the page, kind of update it for spring a little bit, so come check it out. Okay, I think that is it. Have a great holiday if you celebrate. Have a great rest of your weekend, a great week ahead, and until next time, happy stitching. Bye.